So it looks like we finally come to the end of the Linux challenge for Linus Tech Tips. They've definitely had their ups.
Audio functioning, and it was that fast.
And they've had their downs. And with that, we've finally gotten a conclusion for it, at least for the time being. In this video, we're gonna get right on into it. So with that out of the way, welcome to Vensire Studios, and let's get this going. So just like my other videos, chapters will be located below. And if there's any relevant links, they would be included as well, including you able to go and watch this video from LTT themselves. As usual, this won't be a generic react video where I'm going through the entire thing. I'm just going to give my overview thoughts on each of them as it goes, and then just go over, I'd say, my final thoughts to them in general for how everything went. So we're going to start with Luke, then go to Elijah, and do Linus last. And this will cover in the beginning of each of them what they chose and what they are sticking with. So yeah, let's just get on to Luke then.
Yeah, I'm staying, and I'm staying on both systems.
He's sticking with Linux. No spoiler there. He already stated it in the WAN show a while ago that he's going to do that. His laptop's got Mint on it, and his desktop has CachyOS. On his laptop, I guess we could start with, he really hasn't had any issues with. He just uses it for generic things, other than maybe once in a while, as he said, like if he's on an airplane, he might, you know, load up a game or something, go ahead and play it. Hasn't had any problems with that at all. The desktop is different. He has had some issues with it. The Forza racing game, he couldn't get it loaded at all. Elijah didn't have a problem with that, so that was kind of weird, especially since Cachy prompts itself as the, you know, desktop alternative and major for gaming and so forth. So I don't know which graphics either of them are specifically using for their computer, so maybe that was the issue if, say, Luke is on NVIDIA or Elijah's on AMD or vice versa. So that could have been the overall issue altogether, you could say. But yeah, it's just one of those things that just happened. But yeah, he's obviously happy with it. He's not going back to Windows in the foreseeable future that we can tell. Overall, he does have it dual booted, and that is a potential video that they are coming out with in a future thing to highlight how he handles it between the two for things that he, I guess you could say, has no choice.
Starting with Eli, who is staying on Linux?
I am, but not on Bazite.
So now we're gonna move on over to Elijah. He was the one I was kind of surprised for, to be perfectly frank. I wholeheartedly felt that he was potentially gonna be the one swapping back to Windows. Especially with the way kind of Linus was staring at him in the beginning of it all. But I guess that was kind of a little bait and switch there. But he's primarily going to be sticking to Linux as well. And yeah, that's great. He's swapping off of Bazite. He's done with the whole immutable or setup whole system, how Bazite works, and moving to a generic Linux type operating system. But he will be dual booting with Windows, going back and forth with it. That I can understand. He was having issues. He's kind of stuck in the whole Adobe ecosystem, as he explained, but maybe he'll be willing to give it a chance to, you know, reinstall, say, Davinci Resolve and give it more of a hard go at it to try using that for video editing, and then maybe get him off of that whole Adobe thing that is going on there. As I mentioned, the Forza game for some reason worked for him, but not Luke. So it looks like he had a absolute wonderful experience with how all of that, you could say, played on out. So good for him. I'm loving to see it with seeing what's going on with LTT and people just wanting to stick with Linux now after this challenge, considering how the first Linux challenge went, and this one went just so much smoother. Like, he brought up on Proton how quickly they're moving things along, and yeah, it's wonderful to see. But then we get on over, you could say, to Linus.
Linux is ready, and I think soon I will be too.
I guess I was kind of surprised, or not, But if you look at how everything went with Linus, he looked kind of defeated over the whole thing. It just seems like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. I expected him to be the dual booting route, but he's primarily sticking to Windows for the time being because, let's face it, he is a tech reviewer on the software and hardware end of things with things that are going. He's got to test out a product and so forth. I'm sure he's not doing it just in the office. Seeing how passionate he is with it, he's probably taking these products home, putting it on his main machines as well, so that he can get as thorough of experience as possible, especially like he mentioned a specific Logitech mouse. He's probably gaming on it, seeing how it all feels, so he can give a proper review for these products in the future. But he did bring up that he is going the Windows debloating route. Good for him. I don't blame him. A lot of times they brought up in here was talking about going back to Windows and being edged by Microsoft Edge on, you should come back here. You want to do this right. You want this right. You want a OneDrive right. Come back. You love Bing. Come on. You know you do. No, people do not like this. Microsoft is like the person who doesn't take no for an answer, and they really got to start listening to people. Maybe they're starting to listen to a degree, but we'll see in the future. As always, time will tell. And yeah, this isn't going to be a long video. I'm going to give my concluding thoughts. It is nice, as I already kind of alluded to, seeing that they're loving it. They're loving the Linux experiment. The Linux experience. Even Linus said if he can't find a happy medium for Windows and debloating it, hint, I haven't. I use debloat tools on Windows, but I'm also primarily on Linux now because of I'm done with the micro slop. It's as simple as that. I'm doing the editing on there and everything all the way from start to finish, like this process here. If you want to see what I thought of with the whole challenge video, you can check the card up above, since I went through it. And spoiler alert, I actually completed everything inside there. So you can do it straight from Linux really overall, than the couple other things, which, again, another card will show over on what I've liked about Nobara and Linux in general, going over my good and bad of how I feel. But yeah, it was wonderful to see this. I look forward to other Linux content that they will be coming out with in the future. So yeah, this really covers all of that. So like the video if you liked it. If you didn't, you know what to do. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them in the comments section below. And as always, if you like the content here, hit that subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed and following, thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye!